who's asleep in midst the trees. That's all a swaying in the breeze. But one soul lies anxious, wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags and wraiths. For your dolly Polly sleep has flown, don't dare let her tremble alone. For the witcher, heartless cold, paid in coin of gold. He comes, he'll go, leave naught behind but heartache and woe. Deep, deep woe. It's all silent for the night. Cows turned in as daylight dies. But when soul lies anxious, wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags and wraiths. For your dolly Polly sleep has flown, don't dare let her tremble alone. For the witcher, heartless cold, paid in coin of gold. He comes, he'll go, leave naught behind but heartache and woe. Deep, deep woe. It's all silent for the night. Cows turned in as daylight dies. But when soul lies anxious, wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags and wraiths. My dear dolly Polly, shut your eyes, lie still, lie silent, utter no cries. As the witcher, brave and bold, paid in coin of gold. He'll chop and slice you, gut and dice you, eat you up whole. Eat you whole.
Buenos días a todos, soy Cine91 y bienvenidos al capítulo 4 de The Witcher 2. Bueno, tras mucho tiempo vamos a continuar la serie. Habíamos llegado a Flotsam para buscar, bueno, siguiendo una pista de donde estaba el asesino de reyes, que teníamos una pista de que estaban que los ardillas le estaban ayudando y lo habían visto por aquí, por esta zona.
What about roads through the forest?
Yorveth rules the forest.
Bien, como estamos sobrecargados, vamos a quitar cosas. Y como siempre, pues se nos han puesto cosas que no tendrían que ponerse por los mods. Así que bueno, vamos a liberar espacio. Después esto creo que ya lo podemos recoger. De que vamos a tener un baúl. Y con ello pues ya cogeremos todo. Vale, aún estamos bastante sobrecargados. Y con esto creo que estaba casi todo bien. Armadura. Vale. Está bien lo de los guantes. Todos son más efectivos. Armadura. No, esta es mejor la que llevamos, la que está en el inventario. Los guantes están mejor, los botánicos. Está mejor este de cuero pesado, que nos da uno de armadura. Fuera. Sí, fuera y fuera. Vale, pues vamos a ir así. Tenemos ya espacio, no es mucho, pero bueno. Y le dejamos aquí al suelo. Creo que después lo podemos recoger, si no, bueno, F. A ver qué tenemos por aquí.
Come on.
You coming?
Vamos a poner ya para Queen.
Let's move.
Ok, más tierras.
You coming?
Sí, vengo, voy ahora. Espera. Que no sé si se puede. No, no me deja. Bueno, después subimos de nivel.
In forest?
Very funny. But who does it belong to?
Yorveth, maybe? I know more about the Pontar Valley than you think. For instance, I know that Foltest stole this land from Demavend a few years back. I believe you had a hand in that.
Hear that? I smell an elf.
Una flauta. Y aquí tenemos a Yorveth.
That's
Vernon Roach, Special Forces Commander for the last 4 years, servant of the Temerian King, responsible for the pacification of the Mahakaman foothills, hunter of elves, murderer of women and children, twice decorated for valor on the field of battle.
Yorveth, a regular son of a whore.
I've long awaited our meeting, laid plans, set traps, and now you appear in my forest of your own volition.
Pues no tenías
You
que
aided the man who slew my
cubrir tantos
king.
planes.
King or beggar, what's the difference? One Dwan less.
Duan es... Vamos a susurrar a Tris para que lo coja con vida.
Know any useful spells?
Get his attention. I need to focus.
Pues lo que dije, Duan es como llaman los
Climb
elfos
down
a
and we'll
los
finish
humanos.
this. I await.
Ha! You're a man without honor, Vernon Roach. An insect I'll not duel, but one that I will crush.
Seems like you spout the same old elven drivel.
What do you mean, Witcher?
I've seen your kind before. Proud and shay, sneaking around forests. Helpless, yet masking that with acts of increasing cruelty.
I helped kill Roach's king. You call that helpless? Or would you call me a terrorist? No one will grant us our freedom, Witcher. We must win it for ourselves.
You're just another old elf in a young elf's skin, using clever words to mask an obvious truth.
Obvious, you say?
This is not about race or freedom, or even vengeance. You're here because someone powerful told you to be. Someone who's using you. They may wear a crown, carry a magic wand, or even lead a guild. But be sure of this. It's not about your freedom, your rights, or your ears. Nilfgaard plowed you once. Now someone new does. Am I wrong?
Those times are gone. No one will ever use the Scoia'tael again.
Claro que no.
Who are you addressing? Me? Yourself? Or the archers in those shrubs? Triss, now!
Qué pena, falló.
Spars kept on warped.
No sirve de nada las flechas.
That ought to discourage them.
Pero como os dije, es alérgica a la magia. Así que no puede usarla bien.
You should have charmed the archers. They're coming. Gerald, the spell's still working. Stay close.
Bueno,
Triss is spent, so no more butterflies. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Back to the boat?
There's even more of them that way.
Venga,
We
ven
must
empate.
fight our way toward Flotsam.
Get your hands off my ass.
Who did you think it was?
I'm not a sack of flour, one of your commanders. I'm a woman.
I noticed. At least I'll die holding a lovely ass.
I'll hold the spell.
Come on, let's go.
Stop shooting.
You were right.
Yes.
bueno, después ya se cogerán
What's
las
happening?
espadas.
All I see are your boots.
Where the hell is that trading post? I'm starting to think we'll make it. Wait, the barrier's waiting.
Venga, a ver para
Triss,
aquí.
Be quick!
give me a bit more magic. Gerald, kill them now!
A ver, coge. Bueno, parece que lo conseguimos. Ahí vienen, pero tratan un huevo. Vale, ya está. Me molan los arcos que llevo.
You know each other?
Rather well, but he has amnesia. I actually took the Witcher by surprise when I killed Foltest. Fear not, Elf. I know Gerald. I know his weakness.
Too many spells at once. You can die from that.
See that?
Yeah, the Kingslayer and Jorvith.
You all in one piece? Who are you?
I'm a Witcher.
Emiavar Emrys, spice merchant.
A trader?
In spices.
Claro que sí.
Uh-huh. And the woman?
My good man, we barely escaped death. Be so kind as to tell us where we might get some rest. We'll explain everything later.
Very well. Head for the market square. You might be in time for
Me
the
apunto al
execution.
burrero.
Some ne'er-do-wells are going to hang. a dwarf and some bard. There's also an inn and a brothel.
Oh yeah, the brothel sounds especially interesting. Take care now.
Hostia, a Tris le gusta el burdel. Chungo. Vale. ¿Y ahora me dejas meditar? Sí. Vale, perfecto. Bien, vamos a subir de nivel. Vamos a subir de nivel la esgrima. Más vida. Vale, sí. Contra varios enemigos está bien. Daño de espadas también. Vamos a aumentar más la lucha contra varios. Mucha más vitalidad. Probabilidad de baja instantánea. No vamos a bloquear tanto, o sea que esto no va a ser tan necesario. Esto tampoco. Reducción del daño, por si acaso. Y más vida y reducción de daño. Vale, casi estamos en estos niveles. Vale, de momento está.
Did you say that?
Squirrels at our very walls.
You'll have led them. Damned. I saw him with my own eyes.
Bueno, estamos en Flotsam.
It's true what they say.
People, everyone, the hanging soon.
When I see you at the hanging, friend.
I think the stew's
Un
ready.
poco sucio para mí.
A bunch of non-humans and a spy.
You might want to stir it.
The spy's cowardly. You're
I work for the team.
Bueno, vamos a la ejecución.
Zoltan. Dandelion.
My informer.
Just great.
What's the plan?
We improvise.
No killing.
We'll take care of this, Triss.
Gerald! Gerald! Over here!
¿Qué
Help!
liarían para que estén a punto de ahorcarlo?
Don't catch ya.
Step back, White One.
¿Qué pasa?
What are they going to hang for? They don't look dangerous.
The charge is collusion with the Scoia'tael.
Dandelion, an elven spy?
The bard's hanging for debauchery.
What?
Well,
The sentence was he's to hang for debauchery.
And a sentence is nothing to scoff at!
¿y consideráis que esto es justicia?
Are you serious? Listen here, people. Is profligacy now a punishable offense in the free kingdom of Temeria? Or are we in Nilfgaard?
And piss off, freak! Or you'll have me to deal with. Think of the common folk, you're spoiling their fun.
Well, a freak he may be, but he speaks true. Debauchery's one of my favorite pastimes, but I don't want a noose
¿Qué
placed around my
pasatiempos
neck for
tan
pursuing it.
bonito,
The soldier boys paid us a visit or two, though we didn't have much fun.
Away with you, Margot! Go back to your brothel.
Time to go? Fine. But hear this, people. He sure liked to parade about, but his Willie wouldn't come to attention. Ha!
Stop the execution.
Shut your trap. The singer's to hang and he will hang. This is a decent town. Whores and witches notwithstanding.
Watch your words, guardsman! I don't know witches, but Margot's a decent woman!
Le tiene
Shut
aprecio.
it, all of you! Or I'll not vouch for what I'll do.
Thinks he's tough, showing off his balls. Don't fret, people. I've seen the rot on them.
I'm warning you for the last time, Margot!
You wouldn't hit a lady.
You're no lady!
¿En serio vas a pelear conmigo?
Got room for one more deviant. They'll hang anyway. You freak! Want to squirm with the others? Come on up! Got room for one more deviant.
No te va a salir bien la jugada, ¿eh?
They'll hang anyway.
Adiós, a dormir. No, la elfa no. Era bonita. ¿En serio queréis más Gresca?
What the hell is going on here? I said, what the arse fuck is going on? I'd like to report. Out of my sight, Clover. A few ploughing bandits and you can't even hang them. And you, stay calm, hands off your sword. Our scaffold embraces speeches and hangings. Which will it be?
¿Quién eres?
Are you in command here?
Forgive me. Bernard Laredo, commander of Port Flotsam. Yes, I rule this property.
Pues la ley está de nuestro lado.
You have no right to hang them.
Interesting. Because I'm the law in Flotsam.
I take issue with that. Vernon Roach, officer of the king.
Well, well. Blue stripes. The non-human hunters.
Precisely. Anyone suspected of collaborating with the Scoia'tael falls under my jurisdiction.
And Dandelion? What's he accused of?
He burned down a watchtower. What's your jurisdiction say to that? I thought so.
Is that true?
It might have looked that way, but I swear it wasn't my fault.
I'd rather give you a thief. Relax. I'm joking.
Uy,
I hate
se están acercando a mis dos
We can
amigos.
put on another show. Bloody and serious this time, mind you. Or we can come to an understanding.
Meaning?
Give me a minute, Richard. Listen here. You may have heard rumours of the tragic events that transpired during the siege of Lavalette Castle. Sadly, they are true. King Foltest is dead. It's likely that Scoia'tael had a hand in this heinous murder. So you see, none of you can feel safe. That is why today, wagons with armaments will roll out into Flotsam's streets. I hereby declare a state of emergency. Await orders. Prepare to fight. And ready yourselves to avenge your fallen king. Now disperse. Go to your homes.
Así que Jasker y Foltan quedan libres, ¿no?
What about them?
They'll not hang for now. Let's say I'm reconsidering their cases.
Me
The
parece
scaffold's no place for civil conversation. We'll talk at my home.
Your friends are free for the time being, but they're not to leave town. Come after dusk. I'll be busy till then. There's one more thing.
Welcome to Flotsam, Witcher.
They were really going to hang us. I don't know. I didn't mean to torch that watchtower.
Everything's all right, Dandelion. Let's get out of here.
Oh, we owe you, Gerald. Thank you.
De nada,
Time
hombre.
to hit the tavern. Come on, Dandelion, you need a stiff drink. And while we're at it, I'll tell you an edifying tale of local hypocrisy that conceals lechery beneath a veneer of courtesy. Except nothing can hide the stench.
board. Might find something interesting here.
Vale, eso más tarde. Bueno, vamos a hablar con esta gente.
It's a dog's life, Gerald, I'll tell you that.
Sí.
Damn, that was close. Innkeep! Vodka!
Tris Marigold. Lice eat me, but you are a treat to behold. Just a little pale.
Magic takes its toll, but I'll be all right. Good to see you and your beard again.
Can somebody tell me what happened? You set off a month ago for Zoltan's wedding.
That got fucked. There will be no wedding.
Yes,
Did you hear about Foltest?
Rumors travel faster than the wind.
Winds and rumors. I want to know the truth.
I want to know how Foltest died. And the dragon, was there really one there? And who rules Temeria now?
Dandelion, calm down. You'll choke on your liquor.
Y bueno, primero, ¿qué pasó con la boda?
No wedding, Zoltan.
The Breckenrigs broke off the engagement because some limp prick put it about that I joined the uprising in Vizima. My would-be pop-in-law refused to let a rebel firebrand join the family. Innkeep, where's our drink?
It was like this. We got to Mahakam a week after the Grand Master died. Bought Zoltan an absolutely grand doublet, a pair of Garibaldi Krakows, and as a gift for Eudora, a jade stone as big as my fist.
You were broke as a joke by the time Dandelion threw me a bachelor party at an establishment called the Tight Lane.
Next day, we went over to the Breckenrigs. They welcomed us in, sat us down, and proceeded to discuss the superiority of Mahakaman mining know-how over any other. And that went on until dinner. Just when I thought I'd learned more than I ever wanted to know about mining, they served the soup.
You could have held a pin drop. Old Breckenrig rose and he says, "A real dwarf works a mine, not chases fame on the battlefield."
You'll never believe this, Gerald, but they served duck blood soup. It was as black as tar. They must have dropped lumps of coal into the pot.
"Eat," Breckenrig says, then proceeded to slump 2 full bowls of the shite. Old goat. All his mind caves in on his head.
Y bueno, este era espía de Roach. A ver, le vamos a preguntar desde cuándo trabaja para él.
Since when have you worked for Roach?
Hey, nobody said a word when you went out to save Temeria from the Grand Master and his mutants.
Relax, Dandelion. I was just asking. Do what you want. You're an adult, kind of.
That wasn't very supportive.
Laugh away. At least I decided to do something constructive.
You used to spy for Redania. Now you're spying for Temeria. Some might call you a traitor.
Ever tried to live off of poetry alone? The truth is, I'm a citizen of the world. As long as I don't serve Emperor Emir, I'm not doing any harm.
Even me,
Dale tiempo.
You play the spy a bit, get bored and drop it. You know how he is.
¿Y tú, Fulton, te uniste a los Scoia'tael?
Laredo said you're working with the Scoia'tael, Zoltan.
I have done many things in my life, Geralt, but I have never stooped to banditry.
The Scoia'tael don't consider themselves bandits.
But I am no Scoia'tael.
Bueno, vamos a decirle sobre el dragón.
The dragon. Well, the dragon appeared, and that's all I know.
But where did the La Villettes get a dragon? We heard it fought on their side, huge as a barn, they say.
Dragons don't usually take sides. Maybe its lair was nearby and it just felt threatened.
If you hadn't driven it off, Foltest might not have taken the castle.
Maybe. We'll never know for sure.
Bueno. Tris, cuéntanos sobre lo ocurrido después de que me detuvieran.
Tris, you're the expert on Temeria. Tell us who's in charge now.
It's chaotic and getting worse. The old families are fighting for supremacy, no holds barred.
Baron Kimbalt and Count Marivelle, I bet.
Among others. After the assassination, while Geralt was in the dungeon, the lords convened in a field near La Villette Castle to choose a new ruler. 3 days they debated, and it looked more like a bazaar than a meeting of nobles. Except the trade was in court and ministry positions, spheres of influence, royal privileges.
Humans.
In spite of several duels and 2 poisonings, no king was chosen. Civil war was in the air.
¿Se tomó alguna resolución?
Did they ultimately resolve anything?
No, it ended as usual. Sadly, John Natalis remains our only hope.
Ah, the victor at Brenna, and Foltest's most tried and true field commander.
During the deliberations, he was several days' march from Lavalette lands, with an additional 2,000 armed men in tow. He's to keep the peace until a rightful monarch is chosen.
He could find that ruling is to his liking.
Natalis is a soldier at heart. He's not suited to rule, and I don't believe he even wants to.
He's got the army behind him.
Which is why he can guarantee peace. Why, a tenuous one, sure, but that's always better than civil war. Besides which, he's deeply in debt to a dwarven bank in which Philippa Eilhart as sorceress holds significant stake.
Interesante. Bueno, John Natalis, tenemos ya un nuevo dato. ¿Y hay algún mago presente para calmar los ánimos?
Where were the mages?
Aye. Where were the great eminences of this world when they were truly needed?
They weren't invited. Neither was I. But if not for their intervention, or rather that of a few influential sorceresses, Baron Kimbolt would have taken the throne.
I was invited to sing at his court once. Afterwards, he refused to pay me, and the food was awful. No way I'll stay in Temeria if he's crowned.
Bueno, basta de política.
I think I've heard enough about politics.
Y con respecto al rey,
Foltest's killer lay in wait in the tower, where the Lavalettes had hidden the royal bastards. He was well informed.
Wait a minute, what were you doing there?
I was protecting the king. After the first attempt, Foltest began treating me as his lucky charm. He ordered me to be at his side during the battle. The dragon separated us from the rest of the army. The killer disguised himself as a monk, a blind one at that. He let Foltest greet his children, waited until I had walked off, then cut the king's throat from ear to ear.
How did he flee?
Jumped out a window into the river below. Yorv with Skoyatel were waiting in a boat. It was planned.
And you're chasing him because he murdered the king?
I was accused of the murder. I need to clear my name. Besides, I looked him in the eye before he escaped. He's a witcher. Then some brave Temerian soldiers showed up, piled on me, and knocked me out.
¿y ahora qué?
Save yourselves, good folk! The beast attacks!
Qué bestia.
We better get out there. Someone's casting spells.
El Kraken. O algo así, creo que se llama el Kraken. Otra hechicera. Bueno, el traje es un moco.
What sort of sorceress are you? A lot of good you did. Can't you hear me? Why didn't you help him?
He's alive, isn't he?
The beast nearly pulled him in the water while you stood staring like a calf at a shit-covered clover.
Watch your words.
Where's this beast?
Ask her.
Gerald.
Ah, I guess we knew each other.
Oh, look here. Birds of a feather.
Let's say I've heard of you.
Master Witcher, this is foolish. The beast near pulled Sozek into the depths, and you're simply chatting with this damsel.
Bueno, vete. Está vivo, ¿no?
Sozek's alive, and nowhere near the depths. The monsters vanished without a trace.
You best take her seriously, lest you vanish without a trace.
Apártate de mí.
I'm tired of your whining. Get out of here.
Ah, as ever. It's the common folk that get ploughed. Come on, lads!
¿Qué sabrá deciros?
I apologize for interrupting, but I am Louis Merce, and I am chief person in charge of all matters related to monster hunting in Flotsam. It is in this capacity that I must inquire if you're willing to attempt to resolve the problem of our so-called Kairan, the beast that now blocks all trade traffic on the river.
So, Witcher, are we willing?
I usually work alone.
I was here first, and I'll not relinquish this contract. My way or the highway, as the locals put it.
Fine. Your way it is.
You must contact the merchants on the waterfront as regards any rewards. Madame de Tanseville has, I believe, already conducted some preliminary negotiations.
That I have.
In that case, don't let me keep you.
Triss, how long must I wait for you to introduce us?
Sheila de Tanserville, advisor to Queen Zulika of Kovir.
Kovir's a long way north.
True. I had my doubts if the Kayran was worth the journey, but those were dispelled with what it showed today.
Here to hunt down some ingredients?
Triss Marigold. Sharp as ever.
You're thinking that...
Troll eyes, ghoul venom, virgin's blood, all those disgusting marvels we take from dying species, to throw into the cauldron at Sabbaths. Right, Triss?
Absolutely. Virgins are a dying breed.
Oh my. Your sense of humor seems to be intact too. But enough of these pleasantries. Tell me, Gerald, you saw the tentacle. What do you make of it all?
The beast must be huge. Maybe inhabited one of the Pontar's tributaries before, hunting animals. Then it grew for some reason, and hunger drove it to seek fresh pastures.
And on the Pontar it found trade barges burgeoning with obese, slow-moving merchants. You're partly correct. Cedric claims the Kayran emerged from the northern swamps approximately 1 month past.
Cedric?
An elf. Formerly a Scoia'tael. Strange bird. But he knows quite a bit about the area and its living wonders.
I need to look around, find out a few things.
An investigation. Witches' rituals, extracting secrets and such.
More or less. I'll talk to the merchants about the reward, pay Cedric a visit and get back to you.
You'll find me at the inn. I've rented lodgings there, on the upper floor.
You know the inn's also a whorehouse.
Thanks for the warning.
Puedo
We'd best
hablar
get to work.
y con Triss. Sí. Parece que estoy recuperando la memoria.
The massacre in Rivia. It came back to me. I remember. The angry mob murdering non-humans. A young boy with a pitchfork.
Anything else?
Death. Or a state close to it. I'm not sure. I felt life draining out of me.
I was there. I arrived a moment later. Too late.
Don't worry, Triss. They're only memories. We have bigger problems to tackle now. Something tells me that in recovering my memory, I'll find out a lot about what we're dealing with now.
Bueno, ¿iba todo bien?
How's it living with Roach's soldiers?
Splendid. I know every shit joke that anyone's ever thought up. Plus, I've learned how to burp out the official title of the Emperor of Nilfgaard without reaching for beer. Shorty's told me about his 16 children, all named after Temerian troop divisions. And I know his nickname has nothing to do with his manhood. Nice to know that you care, though.
Glad to see you in a good mood.
I think I actually like them. They're good people. One of them even proposed to me.
Pobrecillo.
Who's the brave man?
Sorry, that's a secret.
And here I thought Roach's boys had an ounce of respect for me.
Bueno, nos vemos. Bien, ¿qué misiones tenemos? El Kayran, una proposición indecente. Eso es por la noche. Bueno, vamos a explorar la... Vamos a explorar Flotsam, a ver qué hay por aquí.
I'll be damned.
Pues aquí puedo cogerlo. Sí. Esto nos va a venir bien. Que ya hay que craftear armaduras y tal. Hablando de esto, había conseguido una espada. No, pero es peor de la que llevo, aunque hace hemorragia. No, nada por aquí. Vale. Bueno, ahora va a ser un poco un coñazo, que vamos a revisar la ciudad poco a poco.
How you like that offer from the commandant?
You free?
No, working my arse off like a stagecoach. Greetings.
White-haired one. I have an offer for you.
A ver.
Greetings, white-haired one. I could do with your help. You see, I'm looking for a certain formula.
I'm no herbalist.
I know who you are. I'll be straight. Find the formula and you'll earn a sizable pouch of orans.
Sounds good. What do you want me to do?
The formula is in the hands of a certain shopkeeper.
Can't go and see him yourself?
He deals in incense. One type is particularly popular. I think what he sells is harmful, yet I need the formula to prove it. The scoundrel knows that and is very cautious. Yet I assume you, as a witcher, have your ways?
I'll see what I can do.
Investigaremos esa misión.
Boss, why the hell are we stacking and restacking this stuff if the port's still...
No. Vale, aquí sí que hay. ¿Y esto de aquí qué es? Supongo que no me dejarán pasar, ¿no? No.
What do you want to prove with those swords?
Mineral de hierro. Uy, estoy sobrecargado.
Bloody hell!
Oh, so what about that bonus?
No me deja.
Get to work, you sloths!
At your service.
Bueno, pues vamos a quitarnos esto. No, por aquí nada más. Vamos a hablar con este mercader.
Oh no, I'm not talking to a freak.
Wait a minute.
Be off, or I'll call the guards.
Tranquilo.
We're out of mutton.
Careful with those swords.
Shit a sheep.
We should send for Laredo.
¿Y este que vende? Diferentes diagramas y varias espadas y runas, no está mal. Esto seguramente al final lo acabaremos comprando. 600 que cuesta esto, ¿no? Solo tenemos 800, es mejor ahorrar.
We met in Vizima, remember? I stood at the gate to the outskirts. Artisan work.
You might want to stir it.
I don't stir. I work the... No offence, but you're scaring my customers.
Espera, diario. El olor a incienso no. Esto. Ah, tenemos que hablar con este. Ya que estamos aquí.
Welcome, welcome.
Qué raro. Entonces, con ese de ahí.
What do you want?
Heard you have a problem.
Ah, if only we had just one. Highways washed out, forests full of bandits, a river beast blocks the port, and tolls at a rise.
Can't help with the tolls, but the monster's a possibility.
A sorceress said the same, but we've yet to see any results.
She's asked me to work with her.
And who's to pay your wage?
That's what I'm here to discuss.
The sorceress was to manage alone. You can split that reward if you wish.
Duplica los honorarios y me apunto.
Well, we're managing it together now, so as I see it, you should double the reward.
You jest.
Nos pagarás el doble.
You'll double what you offered Lady de Tanzerville, because that's what the contract's worth.
A ver si funciona.
So be it. I assume you to
muy
be
bien.
professionals and worth every last copper paid to you.
It's a deal. Now tell me what you know about the beast.
You're the Witcher, damn it. I've no knowledge of these things.
Who could tell me more?
That ploughing elf, Cedric, most probably. He's supposed to know all about monsters.
Where can I find him?
In the village, outside the walls. Now leave me be. It's true.
Qué bien, hemos conseguido el doble del contrato. Vale, vamos a quitarnos todo este peso encima.
Hey there, Witcher!
Hola.
Are you Gerald of Rivia, sir?
Who's asking?
Thank you, Master, for what you did
Estos
outside
eran los
Lavallette
que
Castle.
salvamos.
Our family would have
No le
perished if
pedimos nada
not
a
for you. Please accept this modest gift.
Bueno, vamos a ser generosos y no puedo aceptar.
I can't accept this.
But
give my regards to your relatives.
Vamos a ser buena gente. Bueno, vamos a mirar el tablón de anuncios, a ver si hay algún contrato de brujo.
Mutant.
Contrato de los endriagos. Frente a la insolencia y la brutal amenaza de las criaturas conocidas como endriagos y ante su preocupación por el pueblo, el comandante Bernard Loredo ha decidido ofrecer una recompensa por el exterminio de dichas criaturas. El valiente que elimine toda esta inmundicia de la zona de forma permanente recibirá una generosa recompensa de manos de Luis Mercer y aparecerá en las crónicas de la ciudad como un verdadero héroe de Flotsam. Luis Mercer, el castellano real. Obtener contrato de los Neckers. Por la presente se anuncia que el comandante Bernard Loredo ofrece una generosa recompensa por el exterminio de los Neckers en las inmediaciones de la guarnición. Estos monstruos deben ser eliminados de una vez por todas. El que acepte este trabajo y lo complete con éxito será recompensado con una bolsa de ores y se le pagará a un sacerdote para que rece por nuestro héroe durante 28 días. Luis Mercer, el castellano real. Proclamación de perdón para Dimit. Se hace saber que el bandido Dimit se ha arrepentido y ha pedido perdón por sus terribles actos. El comandante Loredo, conocido por su misericordia, lo ha suelto de sus delitos y ha reinsertado a Dimit en la sociedad. Por lo tanto, quedan anuladas todas las órdenes de arresto y recompensas por la cabeza de Dimit. Luis Mercer, el castellano real. Pues aquí seguramente le dio pasta. Contrato de los Trolls. Las autoridades buscan un alma valiente para matar al troll degenerado que merodea cerca del puente en ruinas de la frontera de Haití. La bestia puede ser derrotada con cualquier medio, ya que lo importante es el fin. El asesino del troll será recompensado con una bolsa de oro, libres de impuestos, y la gratitud de los aterrados habitantes de Flotsam. Luis Merce, el castellano real. Y por último, melenas cuales marañas de arizónicas, mentones ribeteados con frondosos juncos. El barbero de Flotsam es la solución. Bueno, esto será propaganda. Una amplia gama de servicios de barbería a disposición del cliente. Recortes de barba, afeitados apurados, sangrías, extirpación y drenajes de póstulas y, como no, cortes de pelo. Todo a precios asequibles. En la herrería de enfrente se practican extracciones dentales. Estaré en mi librería, donde podéis amenizar vuestra espera echando un ojo a libros antiguos. Estos tienen un multiempleo. Vale, ya está. Ya tenemos varios contratos. Vamos a hablar con Roach, a ver qué nos dice.
What's going on, Gerald?
Flotsam está en los bosques. Es un buen escondite.
A little town deep in the forest, terrorized by Scoia'tael. You should be in your element, Roach.
Flotsam isn't just any old town, Gerald. Temeria, Redania, Kedwin, and Eder. The largest kingdoms in the north. Know what they all have in common?
The Pontar Valley, a strip of land they've been battling over for generations.
Exactly. And here's Flotsam, on the border between Temeria and Eder, with Kedwin lying in wait just the other side of the marshes.
At the very edge of the Pontar Valley.
Stuck in the middle like a candle up the arse.
The north's most important trade routes meet here. Every caravan has to come through Flotsam, and anyone who wants to place their cargo on a boat on this section of the river has to bear the reader's mind.
They say Henselt of Kedwin has gathered an army and is heading for Bergen. The Pontar Valley will be on fire soon, while we, Geralt, are sitting in Flotsam, the gateway to the valley.
I'd like to believe it's pure coincidence and the killer just followed the squirrels here.
Naive to say the least, Witcher.
Vale. Parece que estás en la lista de los apestados de Loredo.
How can the commander of a Temerian garrison just piss all over the commander of Foltest's special forces?
The Blue Stripes aren't exactly popular among common folk, in case you haven't noticed.
Like anyone who does the dirty work. But Loredo's a soldier.
The worst scum gets posted to dumpy border towns like this. Incompetent fools who show off their authority to a bunch of grimy peasants.
¿Y ahora qué? ¿Tienes un plan?
We arrived in Flotsam, we saw the killer, we've pissed everyone off. What next?
If the Kingslayer's in your head's care, we'll have to get the boat.
If we go out into that forest to look for elves, all we'll find is our own death.
We'll visit Loredo as invited. He may be a hick heading a bunch of imbeciles, but this is his territory and he could prove useful.
Bueno, pues nos vamos.
It's a long march.
Y Jasker... Bueno, este aún tiene que hablar, Bueno, estoy recuperando la memoria.
I'm having flashbacks, Dandelion.
What have you remembered?
My own death.
I saw that with my own eyes, as I've told you many times. Yennefer gave her life to save yours. I thought you might have remembered what happened afterwards. I mean, how the devil can you be here now? I hear you, I see you, you're breathing. I mean, you're just alive.
Dandelion, I've had a flashback or two. I don't know everything yet.
Entonces, maestro espía, la política, ¿te importa darme tu valoración?
So, Mr. Master Spy, what's new in the world of politics? Bards singing about anything interesting these days?
Eddern's in trouble. Henselt and his great army are nearing the Pontar and will ford it and strike any day.
Well, we haven't had a war in a long time.
Like all little boys, he likes to play with his soldiers. But I don't think Kedwin will have an easy time of it. Eddern's borders are guarded by Saskia the Dragon Slayer.
Who's she? Some mercenary?
A peasant girl and self-proclaimed commander of something called the Edirnian Voluntary Militia.
Fighting women and bards who play politics. These are strange times.
Bueno, ¿y has averiguado algo sobre los asesinatos?
I need information. Anything that could help me track down the Kingslayers.
I only know gossip. Things folk have been saying since Demiven's death. People are throwing out blame left and right. One day it's the Elves, another the Nilfgaardians, then it's Rivians.
Let me guess. The suspects also include a Zerrikanian alchemist and a group of halflings.
Bold theory, that. But the mob comes up with even better ones. Know what? Frankly, the most worrying effect of these assassinations is the chaos they've unleashed in people's minds.
What do you mean?
I mean chaos. People don't know what to think, who's good and who's evil. And these are tough times. Who knows what's going to happen?
¿Y qué pusiste en el informe que entregaste a Roach?
You gave Vernon a full report on Flotsam. Seen anything unusual around here?
They've got some amazing women at the brothel. You should take a look. One of them.
You know what I mean.
A town like any other. It's got a harbor, an inn, and a stinking muddy river. That's what an ordinary man would say. But we poets also look into people's souls. And things are not good. I saw a robbery sanctioned by law. Town watchmen laughing as they confiscated goods, all the while talking about how they'd finally bring order to the town. I saw drunken thugs beat up an elf woman while finished. I know these things happen everywhere, but here, it's not motivated by hatred or misguided attempts at meeting out justice. People are driven by cold calculation, always looking for opportunities to get a little richer.
Bueno, ahora, sé que lo estás deseando.
I know you. I can see you're dying to ask me. What is it?
All right, that's out. What happened to Foltest?
Me ha entendido Nathan.
The king died in mysterious circumstances. The Witcher Gerald, his sword covered in blood, was discovered standing over his corpse.
Did you kill him? This'll stay between us, I promise.
The killer escaped before I could get him. I'm being set up.
So what are you gonna do? Run around swinging your sword hoping the killer walks into range?
I don't have to. The killer's in the forest with the squads out, and he knows I'm here. We'll find each other.
Gerald, please don't do anything stupid. Don't stick your neck out. If Laredo finds out you were involved in Foltest's assassination...
Bueno, nos vemos.
Freak!
No, por aquí nada más. Para.
Just don't start any brawls. Peace and quiet. Get it?
Entendido.
I've got my eye on you.
Y esta vente va comida. ¿Y tú?
Say something, or did you just fart? Stay away from me.
Good to see you, Zoltan. What are you doing so far from home?
It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much. You work your fingers to the bone for 6 years, you listen to the tirades of that old tyrant Breckenridge, you buy jewels. Then she breaks off the engagement. And there I was, learning a gavotte. Fuck it. Out of sight, out of mind. Farewell to Eudora, the forge in Novigrad, and all the world's Breckenridges. I'm a plain merchant, and I've made my peace with that.
¿Y has encontrado cómo matar el tiempo?
How are you killing time in this hellhole?
At present, polishing gems for Sheila de Tanserville. Requires precision, but it's well paid work.
Jewelry?
Not quite. The sorceress is building a magical contraption. Spends her days staring at it. A regular magpie eyeing a copper. But I don't think she's getting anywhere with it. Got so enraged one time she dashed a vase against the wall. Some temperament, those sorceresses. I'm telling you.
Y necesito armas nuevas.
Is there a good swordsmith or blacksmith here?
There's a small smithy by the wall. Quite basic. The tools probably remember the conjunction of the spheres, but it'll do for weapon repairs. They also enhance swords with runes and add ornamentation to armor. Just don't do anything that'll make you look like Dandelion at the opening of a new brothel. You could also look in on some merchants. I don't think Laredo's robbed them of everything yet.
¿Y has oído hablar de un elfo llamado Cedric?
Do you know someone named Cedric?
Know him? We drank each other under the table last Saturday. I barely made it home.
Where do I find him?
Most times gazing at the forest from a tower near Lobendon. Strange bird, that one, but a heavyweight when it comes to drink.
Thanks.
Bueno, espera, aparte.
How are those biceps holding
Vamos a
up,
hacer
Sultan?
un concurso
Hard
de
as a
push.
bull's bollocks. Arm wrestling's a dwarfing pastime.
We ought to try it sometime.
I'll arm wrestle you anytime. Now, even.
Muy bien, pues
Show me
vamos.
those bull's bollocks then.
Y le gané buena.
Your hands like a vice.
It wasn't easy.
If you ever run into my old mates Yarpin or Sheldon, promise me you'll take them on. They'll be surprised.
Vale, vamos para abajo. Vamos a guardar todo en el baúl. Después vamos para atrás. Espera, tendría que estar por algún lado.
Ever
No.
heard of doing it
Este
witch
es el
and
botón.
friggin' style?
Aquí,
Tell
era
me.
esto. Vale, pues vamos a guardar todo esto. Aceites. No, casi no ocupa. Las runas sí que las vamos a guardar. Esto no. Los libros no, que no pesan. Esto tampoco pesa. Esto sí que pesa. Esto pesa, pero prácticamente nada. Esto sí que ya no nos hace falta, aunque no pesa, lo podemos dejar. Y todo esto es para vender, que no sirve para nada. Pero bueno, vamos a... Contra menos peso, mejor. Vale, mucho mejor. Ahora vamos a ver si están nuestras cosas allí. Y ya lo dejamos.
We're out of mutton.
What do you want me to do? Shit a sheep?
Boss, so what about that bonus?
Is the work?
Vamos a ver si todo lo que dejamos atrás. Mire, incluso aquí las espadas de los que matamos. Que me deje eso ahí. Vale. No. Sí, aquí está. Y lógicamente estoy sobrecargado. Bueno, lo vamos a dejar aquí. Y bueno, iré yo andando hasta el almacén y lo guardaré todo y ya empezaremos allí en el almacén. Espero que os haya gustado el vídeo. Si es así, dadle un like al vídeo. Si no estáis suscritos a mi canal, suscribiros. Y acordaos de activar la campanita para recibir las notificaciones. Y bueno, hasta el siguiente capítulo. Que tengáis un buen día.